Hello, and welcome to Map Making Part 14. In today's video, the war between the Confederation of Tribes and the Empire of Kikuria comes to a close, with the Confederation victorious after almost being driven off the peninsula. In the peace deal, the Confederation seeks to expand its trade influence across the western continent of Kikuria. To do this, they have the Kikuran Empire cede their northern territory to allow ships to pass without the Kikuran tariff. Their second large claim lies in the south, near the previous front line, where they expand their territory north to a narrower, more defensible plain, also granting them the important farmland that lies on that plain. Next, they make a series of smaller claims along the coast near important trade routes. As well as this, they make their final claim at the crown of the peninsula, taking land that lets them patrol the trade routes with their navy. Having no army to continue the fight, the Kikurans are forced to accept this peace deal and cede the lands to the Confederation. The Confederation of Tribes' first act within the new lands is the construction of a fort that watches over the Southern Sea, alongside an accompanying port to house a portion of the nation's navy to patrol the waters. In the Empire of Kikuria, the Empire begins to destabilize after it pulled all of its funds into the peninsula, which so far has yielded no results. On top of that, the valuable plains they ceded to the Confederation supplied the majority of their produce, and they now face famine, as well as the loss of supremacy over trade in their waters. Because of this, the government is no longer able to keep up funding for patrols along the roads in the lands with no settlements. As a result, they lose control over large swaths of land, and next the people of the north break free from them, followed by the towns immediately below them, forming the North Kikurians. Due to the Kikurians losing their military, they have no way of stopping these revolts, and are still only able to control a small piece of their territory, with the rest falling back into nature. In the east, the Empire of Linden has continued to grow its army, setting itself to explore more of the peninsula. Meanwhile, its people have continued to push north, gathering around a new town at the edge of the bay, forming a new vassal state under the Empire of Linden. The Lakemen of the south continue their push into the fjords, heading far west till they are blocked by the mountains. Across those mountains, in the united clans of the dual heads of the desert, the clans have begun a power struggle, with the three main clans vying for power over the settlements. The northern and central clans both occupy their smaller neighbour, with the central clan taking the capital town and the north taking the rest of the territory. Whilst this occurs, the southern clan sends troops to occupy the southernmost clan with little resistance. Next they turn and begin a long invasion of their northern small clan, who had time to prepare a defence which bogs down their army, while the central and north clans engage in a series of battles that will define which one will be able to claim the throne. The central clan sends their army on a straight course north, while the smaller northern army tries to hold them off from their capital. But as some armies move slowly further north, the north comes to a realization that they are unable to stop them and have to defend their town with what mediocre defences they can muster. By the time the central army arrives, the northern nation has been able to set up a rock wall with materials from nearby deposits. They hope that they can defeat enough of the central army before falling back to the second wall that their people can evacuate north. Soon the central army appears over the horizon, and a cold stillness descends upon the battlefield. The central army begins its assault with a volley of arrows targeting the watchtowers at the gate, as the infantry begins their assault, charging towards the less secure parts of the wall. Though a sizable number of them lose their lives in the charge due to the arrows being fired by the northern troops. Once the soldiers have pushed through the wall, the northern troops pull back to their second line of defense, where they continue to fire off arrows as the central troops push further north till the palisades meet their charge, as they are forced to move them aside before finally finishing off the northern troops. By the time the central clan has finished, a large number of people have fled north, establishing two separate groups that settle opposite sides of a lake, eventually uniting into one nation called Hybeck. The Confederation of Tribes is the first nation to recognize this group of people and begin sending aid to them through a series of deals that pull them closer together, with the Confederation now being able to station troops and use their settlements as housing for ships. Thanks to support from the Confederation, the two settlements can grow in size till they are towns, with the southern town being declared the capital as it has a higher population. Back in the Doorheads of the desert, the central clan turns its gaze to the southern clan, stopping their march north and turning them back south. Slowly, the south is pushed back behind its borders, and the central clan reclaims one of its lost towns. For the next few weeks, the border is held in a stalemate, until the central clan sends its troops in a dash to the southern settlement to knock them out of the war and win. This charge sees major success as the troops reach the settlement and are able to knock it out and take it within a week. In the end, the central clan prevails and takes the crown of the Doorheads of the desert. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.